Hey guys, THUNDERSTUD here, and we're bringing you a revisit to what I would consider a Junk Warrior deck. It pretty much revolves around Junk Warrior, and a lot of our techs support Junk Warrior. So I call it Junk Warrior deck, but really why we're revisiting it is because of the changes to tuning. Now tuning was already a pretty decent skill for the very specific archetype it helps, but now Konami is really trying to push it because it's the main character of one of their shows. So they've tried to make it even stronger, and they have made it much stronger. It almost feels like what grows in the graveyard, but not quite as easy as that. So exactly what it does is when you lose 1,000 life points during your draw phase, you can draw your Junk Synchron, and if you have 3 Junk monsters that are effect monsters, which your 3 Junk Synchron will already meet that requirement, you get to mill the top card of your deck, which is what the old skill used to do still. But now you get to add a Speed Warrior, who is a level 2 monster with 900 attack, into your graveyard. This way, your Junk Synchron can normal summon, and he has something to summon right along with him to make your Junk Warrior very quick. Now, why are we using Junk Warrior? Because we have stuff like Doppel Warrior, we have stuff like Rush Warrior, and we have stuff like Scrap Fist. All that pretty much specifically supports Junk Warrior. They're not naming Junk Warrior specifically, but they're pretty much for him. So that's why we focus on him as our boss, but he's not our only monster with our mateys. Junk Berserker, let me grab the actual extra deck there. And we have Archer, we have Assault Warrior. Assault Warrior will get buffed by a Rush Warrior. So if you've seen the old replay, you know exactly how this runs, but we've snuck in 2 Karma Cut. We have 2 Sanguine because Sanguine can search literally any monster in this deck. And other than that, Doppel Warrior's a little win more, but when you combine him with Karma Cut, let's say you haven't taken your 1,000 damage, so there's no Speed Warrior in your graveyard, you can throw away a Doppel Warrior or even a Rush Warrior with your Karma Cut. Now your Junk Synchron can normal summon, special summon your Doppel Warrior, do your level 5 Synchro. Doppel Warrior effect is going to trigger. That's going to summon 2 Doppel tokens with 400 attack, buffing your Junk Warrior by 800 attack, because he'll gain the attack of all level 2 or lower monsters you control, and so on. Then you'll be buffed. Then you hit him with the Scrap Fist. If you don't know what Scrap Fist does, it's pretty much an insane card, but it only works for Junk Warrior. Target 1 Junk Warrior you control. If it battles an opponent's monster this turn while you control it, apply all of these effects, guys. All of these effects I'm about to read you. Your opponent cannot activate cards or effects until the end of the damage step. If it attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing. Double any battle damage your opponent takes. Cannot be destroyed by battle. Destroy the opponent's monster that battled it at the end of the damage step. So you can use it for OTKs. You can use it for monster removal. You can use it to avoid back row. It's just an absolutely insane card that makes your Junk Warrior pretty much way too strong. But that's why we're running 3. It's also a quick play, so it's just so crazy. Really, the only caveat you have to watch out for is you have to be battling a monster. So if you're not battling a monster, it's not going to do anything for you. And then we have Rush Warrior, guys, who as long as you have a Warrior Synchro, you can double its attack in the damage step with this card as a hand trap. Absolutely devastating, guys. And we're using our 2 limit for Kiteroid to make sure we can activate our tuning whenever you want, because you're pretty reliant on your tuning. If you don't have a way to trigger your tuning or a Karma Cut in combination with one of your level 2 monsters, your Junk Synchron isn't really going to be doing much for you. So that's one of the other limitations. It almost feels like a one-dimensional deck, but it works out pretty well. With Kiteroid and Karma Cut, you're usually surviving and taking just the right amount of damage you need to make this work. Very fun deck. I wish it was stronger. This really, I feel this is as strong as it can get. It felt way stronger the first time I made it, but maybe in this current meta it just doesn't really play like it used to. But it's still so much fun. It's one of the sneakier OTKs in the game because people really don't see it coming or have any idea what it does. So it's super cool, super fun. If you're a Yusei Junk Warrior fan, definitely run it, guys. It's so much fun. You get the cutscenes, all that great stuff. So I hope you guys enjoy, and thanks for watching. Alright, here's a new Seto Kaiba going second. He's using 23 cards over there, 24 cards. So Doppel Warrior and Karma Cut is actually a very good combination to start off with, especially if you also have a Junk Synchron already in your hand. We don't, but we can still ride this Kyroid and Karma Cut all the way home. Our opponent's really left himself vulnerable. That's what it takes, guys. It takes a real special mentality for this deck. So we use tuning, we milled a Scrap Fist and our Speed Warrior. You gotta really know if your opponent's gonna leave himself vulnerable, when your opponent's gonna leave himself vulnerable, and that's when you strike. You don't want to just use your combos as quick as you can. Timing is very important. Your mentality and your perspective is very important for this deck. You have to know when to swoop in and get that OTK, guys. And right now, I see a fresh opportunity in that face down monster, because remember, Scrap Fist gives you piercing, it'll double your damage, and we have a Rush Warrior who will work when you're attacking a monster. So we're gonna hit this guy for an absolutely insane amount of damage, because we're also buffing our Junk Warrior with his own effect with the Speed Warrior on the field. So this is gonna be an insane amount of damage, guys. We Junk Warrior, chain our Scrap Fist to our Junk Warrior effect just to be flashy, swinging that face down. Scrap Fist activates, it's a Shazank, guys. Use our Rush Warrior, 10,400 life points of straight damage into his flip effect monster. Absolutely crazy stuff, guys. Okay, here's Yami Merrick. Go in second. Shadow Games. We have a Doppel Warrior, Rush Warrior, Karma Cut, and our Kyroid. So we're pretty set. We just gotta somehow take 1,000 damage. It's gonna be pretty hard to do against a Shadow Games Merrick, though. So we're really just passing our turns. No player wants to interact, but Merrick's gonna take the initiative and hit us with the little Fortress Warrior. Good job for him. We're gonna scare him, try to get him to burn some of that back row with our Sengen. He does not take the bait. He is a patient man playing these Shadow Games decks. But here he goes with the Celtic Guardian, getting aggressive. We've taken exactly 1,000, but we're still gonna get hit by that Fortress Warrior. So now we're good to go, guys. We just have to do our tuning. Mill the top of our deck. Mill a Speed Warrior from outside the deck. We threw away a Scrap Fist, but we already have a Scrap Fist, obviously. Here comes the Speed Warrior. We also trigger the Doppel Warrior. The Doppel Warrior summons when you special summon something from the graveyard. So like I said, he's pretty much specific to Junk Synchron. But we go with the Junk Warrior. He's going to be able to gain the attack of the 900 attack Speed Warrior on the field because he's a level 2 monster. And we're going to smack him with that Scrap Fist you see right there. It's also here in our hand. We play it, we chain it to his effect just to confuse our enemy so he doesn't really see what's going on. Lets us swing past all that back row. 10,000 damage on the dot with the Rush Warrior. Absolutely insane amount of damage. You probably didn't see that coming. Great stuff, guys. Alright, here we are facing Seto Kaiba. Going second. He's using Cow Sleeve and Mat over there. Pretty stylish. Pretty flexing. I can't take this Cow Sleeve and Mat actually. So he uses the Sage with Eyes of Blue, searches Stone of Ancients, leaves it at that. Now we have multiple Junk Synchron, so I'm going to play it fast and loose, especially with this Kyroid in hand. And we take out that Sage with no answer from our opponent, so we'll totally take that. Now we can Cosmic Cyclone that back row. It was an Ultimate Providence. Normal summon our Rush Warrior, guys. Get our Junk Warrior. Why are we doing this? We have our Scrap Fist, guys. You know that's his Stone of Ancients. He just searched the Stone of Ancients. We're going to hit him for double damage. That's going to hit him for lethal. He only has 2,700 life points left because we chipped at him with 1,300 with that initial Junk Synchron. It's like an anime duel. We just normal summon a monster, wait a turn, normal summon a monster. There's our boss. We even thin our deck, or not our deck, just add another Junk Synchron to our hand with Rush Warrior. Scrap Fist activates. Double damage, 3,600, nice and easy lethal. Great stuff, guys. Alright, Yusei vs. Jack, just like in the anime. Going second. Boy's using a pretty cool sleeve of mat there. I think that's that level armored dragon or whatever it's called. So we have a really good hand. even with Cosmic Cyclone. Our boy hasn't given us a way to use Cosmic Cyclone, but we top deck a Kiteroid, so I'm going to just pass my turn. Let's say we didn't top deck a Kiteroid, I probably would have set the Doppel Warrior, so that way he could protect our life points and hop into the graveyard for level 2 for our Junk Synchron. But here we're fighting Super Heavy Samurai. He's doing Giga Gloves, he's got all that shenanigans. I think he had even a Flutist in there. So he's pretty set. Doing all his synchros. Now remember, we have a Cosmic Cyclone. He's going to use his Fortress. Or Soul Shield I should say. 2 Soul Shields. Really bumping that boy up. He's at 4k. But we're going to hit him with our Kiteroid because we already took our 1k for our tuning. That's all we need. So we use the tuning. Draw another Junk Synchron. We really didn't need to use much of that. We did mill another Kiteroid though, which is pretty useful. Summon that Speed Warrior. We also get to summon the Doppel Warrior. This way, Speed Warrior will buff his attack by 900. So we'll get a much stronger Junk Warrior, and we get a very, very cool cutscene for our Junk Warrior from Ol Yusei. That's his Scrap Fist. We're about to swing at him. I don't think we have Scrap Fist just this replay. But we're at 32. We can swing over the boy. He uses Soul Shield to negate our attack, so we'll totally take that. Now he's going to put on Soul Piercer. Not really going to do anything for him. Puts his attack to half. Swings at us. We're going to Kiteroid it regardless because you don't get another instance of tuning or anything. Now we have another Cosmic Cyclone. We're going to normal summon our Junk Synchron. We're going into Armades, guys. This way we can Cosmic Cyclone off that Soul Piercer. Now our Junk Warrior swings over him just fine. We get to Armades past the Giga Gloves. Not even worrying. He's in top deck mode. Has to scoop. Great stuff, guys. Alright, here we are facing a Loomis and Umbra. We're going second. He's still on that Taya Flex over there. That's a good hand to go second with. We can hit him with our Cosmic Cyclone. We have 2 Scrap Fists now, so we're really coming at this guy. We hit a Cosmic Cyclone. He had 2 Cosmic Cyclones down, so he hits our Karma Cut. Just passes again, but we've taken our 1000 damage, so essentially we're really just using tuning to get a Speed Warrior into the graveyard at this point. We mill a Kiteroid with our mill. That's also very useful. He's going to hit us with Ultimate Providence, so that's 1 Junk Synchron down. He's in top deck mode himself. Flips up a Mystic Tomato, super random card you don't really see too many people using. We have our Junk Synchron going again, trying to bring out that Speed Warrior. This time he gets floodgated. But our boy over there is running out of resources to stall with. Goes ahead and destroys the Speed Warrior. And you don't need Speed Warrior in your deck, by the way, if that wasn't clear. So we set our Sangan. Our boy does us a favor and destroys our Sangan. That's our 3rd and final Junk Synchron. Ends his turn. And we definitely go for it with that Rush Warrior in hand, because that means anything over this little Mystic Tomato. It's going to be an OTK. It's going to be a big one too, with Scrap Fist and Rush Warrior combo, guys. That makes for some massive damage. I don't know exactly how much it's going to be here, but it's going to be a lot. So let's take a look. Should be at least over 4,000, right? We'll see. Oh, 6,000. I was way off. 6,400. So that's pretty big. That's a decent assessment. But other than that, guys, this deck, it's fun. Its wins are flashy, and its wins make it look really good. But it's not that good. I was excited to try it again because I remember it being pretty good. I remember it being better than it felt now. But maybe it just hasn't aged well. Maybe there's just a different way to play. I really poured time over streamlining this. I really feel it is the best it could get. But it's fun. It's cool and fun and unique. So that has value in and of itself, especially if you guys enjoy the archetype. So give it a try, and thanks for watching.